Brandon Simmons is suing ex-girlfriend Tamara Lewis in the amount of $1,000 for the return of child support payments he made, but contends that he did not owe.
Mr. Simmons, what brings you to court today, sir?
Judge Allred, I want my money back from my ex-girlfriend. I was giving her child support payments, plus extra money on top of that. She was using the money for superficial reasons, for a child that I found out that wasn't even mine, and an ex-boyfriend, a boyfriend at her house. I want my money back.
What about that, Ms. Lewis?
Your Honor, this guy seems to think I owe him money when, in all actuality, he gave the money to me. Actually, he insisted that I have it and I take it. Yes.
You're calling him this guy?
My ex.
Is it your ex?
Yeah, his name is Brandon.
All right, now I know what his name is, Brandon Simmons, but my question to you is, this person you're calling this guy, did you at one time think that he was the father of your baby?
Yes, Your Honor. You know, we were together and I did think he was the father of my baby, but we also discussed the possibility of other guys because, you know.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, how many others?
A few.
It wasn't a cast of thousands or anything.
No, it wasn't a
disgusting,
cast
Your
of
Honor.
thousands.
Okay.
It wasn't a cast of thousands, it was a few.
But what? Less
but he
than
had
10?
knowledge of it.
Less than 5?
Yes.
Less than 5?
Yes.
Really?
But more than 1?
Yes.
More than 2?
Yes.
All right.
I mean,
knew
he knows
nothing
that
You
of that, Your
played,
Honor.
you paid, but it turned out that wasn't your baby, is that it?
Yes, it turns out it wasn't even my child.
Well, let's back it up to the time when you first were told that maybe this was your child and you thought that it was. What happened, sir?
Well, Your Honor, what had happened was I took my child to the doctor.
he accepted it.
I took my child.
Don't butt in, please, Ms.
This is
Lewis.
what I had to deal with for a very
All right,
long
well,
time.
I'm not going to deal with it, so you just keep on talking, please, sir.
Your Honor, I took my child to the doctor, and I found out that the blood type was a type O. Her type is a type A.
Okay,
My
no,
type is a type AB. Something ain't right there.
All right,
So,
but I want to back it up to when did you first think that you were the father of this child?
well, when we were dating, okay, let me take it back.
That's what I'd like, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna take it back. We met at a party to some mutual friends, and instantaneously we hit it off. We were dating.
Chemistry was right. It went from
Chemistry
dating
was
to
right.
actually
Having sex.
In his mind.
Making love. In my mind, I
his
thought we
mind.
were having an exclusive relationship. That's what I thought.
It turned out that was only in your mind, is
It
that
was
right?
only in my mind.
All right.
That's all it was.
But while you thought you were having the exclusive relationship, at some point did she say she was pregnant?
Yes, she further went ahead and told me that she was pregnant, and although it was an unplanned pregnancy, I was excited. I wanted to be a father. My father wasn't
Overly
there,
excited.
and I was really excited about being a father. She wasn't excited,
Overly
but
excited.
we tried to work it through.
All right, so
Right.
how did you work it through? What did you say when she said, I'm pregnant? What
He
did you
didn't
offer
care.
to do? if
I
anything?
didn't care. I cared a lot. I said, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for my son. My problem with her, this is when the problem started to occur. My problem with her is that the lifestyle that she would live. She would go out partying and clubbing,
While she was
morning,
pregnant.
noon,
'Cause he
and
wants to
night.
control me.
Morning, noon, and night she was partying. Okay, she
possessive.
couldn't keep a job or nothing. Although she swore up and down that she was not drinking, I disagree with her lifestyle, and she claims that I'm controlling and
Women's
things like that.
night
I didn't want my
is
child
not
coming out looking like E.T. That's what I was
Women's night is
concerned
not
about.
drinking.
In other
All right?
words, you're saying that it is dangerous when a woman who is pregnant is drinking because the child can end up with what we call fetal alcohol syndrome.
Well, let's
which
get
can
this
be
clear.
Syndrome.
I wasn't
very
drinking.
dangerous to the child and can have a very negative impact on the child.
Yes.
Sometimes the rest of the child's life. So that's what you were concerned about.
I was deeply concerned.
Which is
about it.
Meanwhile,
irrelevant
you
because I wasn't
were
drinking.
sure that that was your child. Is that right, sir?
I was sure.
And so what did you do? Did you agree that you were the father in any kind of legal documents?
When 9 months passed, the child was born. I was at the hospital. I was there. I was excited. It's my child, you know. And I signed the documentation, the voluntary declaration of paternity.
Right.
And my name is on the child's birth
He
certificate.
asked for the birth certificate.
Okay. Later on, she called me like a month later and said we need child support. So we went down to the court. We got a court order. I had no problem with that.
And how much was that for, sir?
$300
All right.
a month.
And you were paying
I
for
was-
the court
yes.
order $300.
$300.
Willingly paying.
Check this out. like a couple months later, she calls me, says she needs more. The child needs more Pampers.
Kids
it needs
are
more
expensive,
formula.
you know?
It needs some Sesame Street videos. Anything she can think of to get more money.
The child needs videos?
Just to watch, she wanted to play like musical videos for the child.
Okay. All right, go
like
ahead.
Sesame Street and Barney and things like that. I didn't even argue. At first we was trying to modify the court order. That didn't work out. So I went ahead and volunteered.
Paying, right?
Yes, I just ended up paying an additional $200 a month. An additional.
He insisted on it.
A total of $500 a month I'm paying right now. $500 a month. And that's when I took the child, found out about the blood type, and I realized this ain't my child. We got a paternity test, found out she was having
but you still
sex
paid
with like
after.
football teams. And
football teams.
The equivalent in terms of men, 2, 3, please.
But you still were paying though.
All right, Ms. Lewis.
Coming up on We the People with Gloria Allred.
We discussed the fact that if the baby wasn't his. Now, this is when he comes to me like, oh, no matter what, I want to be with you. I'm going to take care of this baby.
When we started having sex, you told me that you wasn't having sex with anybody anymore.
I did not tell you that.
You did tell me that.
And later.
My boyfriend, he's unemployed right now.
That's not true.
That's not true?
No.
And then she's like, oh, you know, the boyfriend is unemployed, we really need the money. And that's when I had enough. That's when I realized the money, the additional $200 that I was giving her was going to support this deadbeat boyfriend of hers.
We're back with the case of Brandon Simmons, who is suing Tamara Lewis for what he contends were child support overpayments.
Is it true? Were you interested in the tight ends?
Don't lie. Don't even lie.
Okay, let's just bring it back. He was a nice guy. You know, he had a nice job, benefits, health insurance,
Mr.
everything.
Simmons. All right, so what were you doing? No, it's her turn, sir.
Yes,
just looking
thank
at him as some really nice meal ticket?
Well, no, he's not that rich. You know, he just worked at the DMV. That's it.
But
so,
it
you know,
so
he just had a steady job.
Yeah,
he was a nice guy.
But
and
he
all
had
went
something
well
to
at the
contribute.
moment. It just all went well at the moment. He was a nice guy. You know, so we did start talking. You know, whatever. We ended up dating. He knew I was dating other guys at the time, continuously.
Well, dating doesn't necessarily mean you're sleeping with him, or does it?
Right. So, yeah, he has an illusion on what's going on. He thinks I've been drinking and everything. So I was dating other guys, and I was dating him. So he wants to have this exclusive relationship, and I let him know, like, you know, it is what it is. So in his mind, that's
it is what it is, meaning even though you're pregnant.
That we're just, no, I wasn't pregnant yet. I wasn't pregnant yet.
Hold it up. So you're just dating, kind of playing the field, so to speak.
Right.
Didn't want to be exclusive.
Right.
At some point, you became pregnant. Isn't that right, Ms. Lewis?
That's right, Your Honor.
Okay. At that point, did you say to the plaintiff, you're the baby daddy?
Yes.
All right, you did.
Mm-hmm.
And why did you say that?
I told him that we were having a baby, and, you know, and we discussed, at the moment, I told him that we're having a baby, and that's what it was. In the future, near future, we discussed the fact that if the baby wasn't his. Now, this is when he comes to me like, oh, no matter what, I want to be with you. I'm gonna take care of this baby. You know, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be a family.
All right, Ms. Lewis, let me just hold it up right there and let me understand what you're saying. You're saying that even though you told him it could be somebody else's, that he said just fine.
He just said,
still want to be the father. We're still going to be a family. He still wants to pay child support.
He's possessive. He just wants to be with me. So he stayed, and, you know, it was fine. You know, we were doing it. We were doing the doctor visits. You know, like, we were doing everything.
So you're saying he didn't care if it was somebody else's baby. He still wanted.
He didn't care. It could have been a possibility.
Not true.
All right, let me find out. Is that true, Mr. Simmons?
Your Honor, she took advantage of me because I was Christian, okay? She knows I have a good heart. She knows I wanted to take care of my child. She knows that my father wasn't around, and I wanted to make sure Josh had a father.
That's very commendable, Mr. Simmons. Now, let me ask you, did she tell you, you know what, hey, you're not the only one. I've been sleeping around. You could be the baby daddy, maybe you're not the baby daddy, but, you know, you want to be the father legally? Do you want to pay child support? Is that how it went down?
When we started having sex, you told me that you was
really simple.
When we started having sex, you told me that you wasn't having sex with anybody anymore.
I did not tell you that.
You did tell me that.
Coming up on We the People with Gloria Allred.
My boyfriend, he's unemployed right now.
That's not true.
That's not true?
No.
And then she's like, oh, you know, the boyfriend is unemployed, we really need the money. And that's when I had enough. That's when I realized the money, the additional $200 that I was giving her was going to support this deadbeat boyfriend of hers.